Hello everyone and welcome back to SRE Chronicles. In today's tutorial we are going to deeply explore one of the most commonly used troubleshooting command in Linux, free command. Almost every Linux administrator, DevOps engineer, SRE and cloud engineer uses this command daily. But many people still get confused by its output. So the question, what is swap? What is buffered and cached? What does shared memory mean? This one. Today we are going to break everything down step by step and understand what is really happening inside Linux memory management. So basic free command, let's start with simple usage, just free. So, and you see the output. Let's execute free -hbat human readable format. Let's decode every section. So what does the free command actually show? The free command display memory usage information, including physical memory, swap usage, shared memory, buffer, cache, and available memory. Available, buffer, cache, shared, free, used, and total physical memory. So let's understand shared memory. Let's begin with shared column. This one, shared. Shared memory refers to memory used by tmpfs, POSIX shared memory, shared application memory regions. tmpfs, POSIX, shared memory. Oh, what is tmpfs? tmpfs is a temporary file system stored entirely in RAM instead of a disk. Unlike SSD or HDD, tmpfs is a memory-based file system, so it's extremely fast. But there is important downside. When the system shuts down, the data disappear. So why tmpfs is useful? Because RAM is much faster than disk storage. Linux and container platform often use tmpfs for temporary data. Common examples: Docker temporary volumes, Kubernetes empty directory volumes, shared container storage, fast temporary caching. In Kubernetes, empty dir volume can use memory instead of disk. So let's open empty dir volume, Kubernetes. So here you see volumes, name, and empty dir. This creates tmpfs baked volume in Kubernetes cluster. If applications store too much data there, the shared memory value increases significantly. POSIX shared memory. Linux also supports POSIX shared memory. This allows multiple processes to access the same memory region. Process A, process B, and shared memory object. This is useful for inter-process communication. One process communicates to another. High-performance application and shared caching systems. Now let's discuss about buffer. Buffer memory is basically file system metadata cache. Linux file system contains file content and metadata. Metadata includes file permission, timestamps, file location, directory structure. Linux caches this metadata in memory and improve performance. So why the buffer matter? Without buffer, Linux would constantly read metadata from disk. This would be very slow. Instead, Linux stores frequently use file system metadata in RAM. This dramatically speeds up file system operation. So let's move to cache. Cache memory is different from buffer. While buffers cache metadata, cache store actual file content. This is commonly called page cache. Suppose you open large file. Linux stores the file content in RAM. If you open file again, Linux serves directly from memory instead of disk. This makes repeated file access much faster. Here's the key things many beginners misunderstand. Buffer and cache are managed automatically by Linux. You don't manually control them. Linux intelligently uses unused RAM for performance optimization. Linux tries to maximize RAM usage efficiently. Unused RAM is wasted RAM. If application need memory, Linux can reclaim buffer cache memory automatically, so large buffer cache values are often completely normal. Many users confuse free and available memory. Available memory is not the same as free memory. So what is free memory means? Free memory means RAM currently unused. So what is available memory? Available memory means RAM available for application without swapping. This includes reclaimable cache and buffers. So that's why its available memory is often much larger than free memory. Simple formula: available memory equal free plus reclaimable memory cache plus reclaimable buffer. So that's why Linux system may show very low free memory but still have plenty available memory. Swap is disk space used by virtual memory when RAM becomes full. Linux moves inactive memory pages from RAM to disk. This process called is swapping. So what is virtual memory? Virtual memory allows Linux to extend usable memory using disk storage. The kernel saves memory pages to disk and reloads them later when needed. This handled using hardware called MMU. Memory Management Unit. Why swap is slower? RAM is extremely fast. Disks are much slower. Even SSD are slower than RAM. Excessive swap usage can severely impact performance. Common reasons for high swap usage. First, RAM exhaustion. The system simply ran out physical memory. Linux had no choice but to swap. High swappiness. While Linux has settings called VM swappiness. This controls how aggressively Linux use swap. You can check current value by cat proc sys VM swappiness. 60, this is our default value. 10 means prefer RAM heavily, and 100 aggressive swapping. Let's clear the screen. You can change swappiness by executing sudo sysctl VM swappiness, for example, equal 10. This makes Linux prefer RAM more aggressively. The next reason, slow disk input output. Since swap uses disk, slow storage can create several bottlenecks, especially when disk is full, disk latency is high, heavy input output exists, SSD health is poor. Suppose your servers become extremely slow, you can execute -h. Notice swap usage is extremely high. Next, you can check top memory consuming process executing top command or htop. So in my system, htop is not installed, but you can install by executing this command. Next, you can check disk performance by io stat -x1, for example. You can check swappiness cat proc sys VM swappiness. This is common Linux troubleshooting workflow. So why the free command is important? The free command gives you quick overview of memory pressure, cache usage, swap behavior, system health. It is usually the first step in diagnosing slow server, Kubernetes node issues, database performance problems, container memory leaks. The Linux free command is one of the most important troubleshooting tools for understanding the system memory usage. So, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed this Linux tutorial, don't forget like, subscribe, and follow SRE Chronicles for more Linux, DevOps, Kubernetes, Docker, networking, and cloud computing tutorials. See you in the next one.